all moving a little bit slow because we don't want it to be Monday. Let me get my computer started up here so that I could see your chats. Yes, my hair is still up in the towel today because, I don't know, I set great expectations for myself to be on time, and I just barely make it every time. But that's better than nothing, am I right? One thing that I discussed with my therapist was that I needed to have more routine in my life. And so part of this is essentially an exercise in setting up a routine for myself, setting up some sort of a time frame to get me to do things and have more structure in my day. So thank you for being here for me, I guess. Without knowing it, you are also helping me. Let me pull our stream up. How's everyone doing? Wow, I don't know if you can hear it. The wind outside right now is insane. It's crazy. So crazy. Yes. Hi, Kath. I hope you're doing better. Lots of people are sending you well wishes. Lisa Starshine, I think I really need a therapist. It's becoming more and more clear for me. I basically suffered like a very deep depression that started last December, and I thought it would get better after a couple of weeks. It didn't. It kind of just like dragged itself through till probably the end of February, and then sometime in January I was like, I think I have to see someone. Like, I think this is getting way too much for me to handle, and I need help now. Like, normally I would just kind of wait it out. I've been dealing with depression, I would say since high school. I wasn't really formally diagnosed. I saw one therapist before who was like, if you really want me to give you a diagnosis, I'll let you know that it sounds like you have depression. But diagnosis or not, something's been plaguing me since high school. It could just be the state of the world, but it could also just be that we all need a little help to put things into perspective for ourselves. And if you have the resources, if you have insurance that can support you through seeing a therapist and you can financially handle it, I strongly recommend giving it a try. Not every therapist will be the right one for you, and I know that if you're going through the thick of it, it can be really hard to have that energy to see anyone, and it could be additionally hard to find that energy to see someone that you don't mesh with right away, and it could be really easy to say, hey, this isn't working for me, and just give up. But know that if you know you need help, you probably need help. And if you can gather up the energy to find someone who works with you, I wish you the most strength and the best of luck, and I hope you find the right therapist for you. I actually just started seeing this therapist. Like I said, I didn't really feel a need for a therapist until recently, so I just started seeing her. She's pretty lovely. We only had one session together, but that really helped me kind of set the mood for myself to say that, hey, you need to start changing some things in your life to better support yourself. And unfortunately, my company just changed their mental health care provider, so I might have to start looking for someone else again, because I don't know if my current therapist takes this new form of service. One step at a time, it's okay. Let me read through some chats. Ooh, yes, lots of mental health discussion. Love it, love it, love it. I love how much we are all learning from each other. Truly thankful for all of you who are joining in the discussions and providing resources for all of us, whether it be food channels to watch on YouTube, whether it be mental health advice, whether it be food advice, whether it be, hey, have you tried this, June? Or just all the things. Ask all the questions and maybe we'll get some answers. Today, I don't really have anything for you guys because I don't really think about what to do during these streams, especially if it's the weekend. My brain's like, bye. But I went on my very long walk to Brooklyn and back. I met up with my friend Nez, like I mentioned yesterday. We went to see that thrift store that is closing at the end of the month, and she ended up buying 3 pieces, one of which was a very sexy dress, and another one is a kick-ass flower bomber jacket, and a third one is a nice little like tweed-like collegiate jacket. It's very nice, very prim and proper, very stylish. She seemed very happy with it, so that was great. And then I went to buy some oatmeal, and that was my day. I saw a lot of dogs. That was great. Oh, I saw Julia, and I saw Gus. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you'll see 2 clips of Gus in my stories. He is getting better, I think, from his little bout of under the weatherness, and fluffy butt as always. On my way back, I ended up buying $2 worth of bruisey bananas. I took the most bruised ones, and I sliced them and I froze them because they're only just gonna get like slimier from now on. And I usually end up making smoothies with those. With the remaining ones, I just gave them a rinse. I don't know if you know this, but if you ever buy bananas and you find fruit flies in your kitchen or your apartment a couple of days later, it probably came from the bananas. Apparently, I don't know if I'm right, you let me know if I'm wrong, apparently fruit flies lay their eggs in bananas. So I like to take my bananas out of the bag as soon as I get them home and give them a nice little rinse under cold water, just like 30-second rinse. And I've been seeing fewer fruit flies, if any, so maybe it'll work for you. And alongside my dollar bananas, I also saw a bag of 4 of these per bag. And I was like, whoa, that looks really cool. And I see Chinese on there, and I'm not really literate in Chinese. But I realized that it's herbal jelly, which if you look in the description box of this live video, you'll see that I linked to the Wikipedia page of what herb jelly is. It's basically like this black jello. It's made out of this herb. Oh, where is it? Mesona chinensis benth? I don't know. Wikipedia has a different name. I'm pretty sure this is the same product. It's kind of bitter, it's kind of cooling, and it's basically jello. The other stabilizing ingredient in here is rice flour. So it's basically a rice flour based jello. I guess it is vegan because there's no actual cow hooves in here. Yes, Dell, go get a drink. Did you not read my instructions in the title of our video? Grab a drink and then join us in chat. Nobody's late. Don't worry. There is no early or late. I mean, there is early. If you're waiting on me for 2 hours, you should stop doing that and you should go do something else. Greetings from Victoria, BC. Greetings. Yes, grass jelly. I love grass jelly. I never used to like it, but like 3 years ago, I was like, huh, I actually like this thing. It doesn't have to be sugary, but a lot of shops serve it in like a syrupy, excuse me. They serve it in like a syrupy soup. Could be either cold or hot. I see it more commonly in cold drinks, and it's delicious. So, 正宗江门 something 时黑凉粉粉 maybe that's sush. Maybe that's like speedy food, so like instant. So authentic, I don't really know how to translate jiangmen. It's like a region, a style. And then, so instant, black, cold, powder. And then this says 全新口味, which means all new flavors. And then you see the transliteration here. I think sushi hei is maybe the brand name. And then 凉粉, so cold, powder. Not to be confused with 凉粉, which is a noodle dish made of wheat starch. Oh, so delicious, but not this. This is different. So my thing is, oh yeah, here it says Chinese herbal tea powder is what it says. Product of China. The reason why this thing was on sale for 4 boxes for $1 is because it is expiring at the end of this month. 2021, March 28th. But it's a powder. I'm assuming it won't expire. So do we have any literate Chinese people in the audience tonight? Hello, Puerto Rico! I'm drinking water because I only drink water and black tea. It's too late for tea. I drink wine too, but I swear it off after Christmas till early summer. Ooh, we got some self-control in the crowd. I'm so proud of you. Also envious of you. I have no self-control. You give me a jar of peanut butter, 80% of it will be gone in an hour. It's okay. I'm self-aware. It's fine. I'll just have to deal with myself for the rest of my life. CQI2, you grew up in China. Okay. Ooh, okay. All right. Well, I don't know how much help this is because the resolution of my phone is terrible. But somebody tell me, am I understanding this correctly? Because I can only read half of this. It says, in this box, you mix the whole box with 1 to 23 ratio of water. So 1 box to 23 boxes of water, which is equal to 2,300 grams of water, aka 2.3 kilograms of water. And then you use a small amount of that water to mix into the powder so that you get the powder smooth and lump free. And then you pour the remaining water into a pot and you bring it to a boil, and then you mix your little sludge thing in there gradually, and then you just keep cooking it to a certain point until everything's like fully mixed and diluted together and cohesive, and there's no lumps, and then you eat it after it's completely cooled, like Jell-O. So we won't be eating this tonight, but I can like sip a little bit and tell you what the flavor is. But I think we have to let this sit in the fridge. Did I get it right? Use Google Translate with image. Guys, I wanna rely on human power. I wanna give the machines a break, even though I'm talking to one. You can't see it clearly, sounds about right, LOL. Is that clearer? I'm sorry. What does this button do? If the live goes off, I apologize, but I see a button. There's a camera flip button on the bottom of my screen, and then there's a chat function on the bottom of my screen. And then there's like 2 overlapping circles, and I really want to tap it. So I'm gonna tap it, and if I disappear, I'll be back. Ooh! Oh, I think it's just filters for my thumbnail? That's dumb. Why do I want that? Save highlight, share, mute microphone. All right, none of those are what I want. Does this focus? Does this focus my... Why am I such a grandma with technology, guys? I swear, this could be such a better quality stream, but I just don't have the energy to... I am a fellow button pusher. Oh yeah, the plastic is on. Is the glare giving you trouble? I'm so sorry. A fellow patient said you are right, June. She has used it before. Wow, look at this. Look at our crowdsourcing powers. But I will take off this plastic wrap that is gluing itself to my fingers. Just roll with it. Yeah, okay. Colleen says I just tapped my screen to focus. I'm sorry. I wasn't born for the age of machines. I was born for the age of alpacas and hand-churned butter. If you ever have a time machine and you're keeping it a secret, I don't know, I'll cook some budget meals for you in exchange for disappearing me back into the past. There's now plastic all over my floor because I couldn't shake it off. Okay, here we go. Here's a beautiful box. I tapped on my screen, guys. It's not focusing. It could be my phone. It could be YouTube. Whatever it is. I think we're just gonna roll with it, guys. It's not that serious. Do y'all want a pot tap moment instead of a metal bowl? Maybe we'll tap this pot. Can I make yesterday's recipe with regular rice flour? You need glutinous rice. Regular rice flour will not be good. I highly recommend you use mochiko and not Thai rice flour. The one I use is mochiko. It's just the intended flour for this butter mochi recipe. All right, it is Sunday. We have gathered here tonight, maybe with a drink in our hands or maybe with just water, and I don't know what that accent was, but I had fun with it while it lasted. I thank you all for tuning in and keeping me somewhat more sane than I would otherwise be. And I'm glad to just be here with everyone. Deep breath in. Oh, wow, that didn't work at all, did it? I guess we have to use some metal bowls, guys. All right, bring in the professional bowls. That was a good one. Thanks to my friend Charlie for sparing me those from her free batch. My life would never have been the same. I don't know who used this pot last, but it's not very clean, so I'm gonna give it a quick scrub. I saw that somebody said that somebody found instructions. Small amount of cold water before adding the rest, bring to a boil after it would just set after it would just set. After that, chill to from 10. I think I got the instructions pretty much right. Thank you guys for all of your help. I love my human translators. I'm just gonna set some water on a boil while we sort the rest of this out. Uh-oh, my laptop's dying. I'm gonna grab my charger. I don't know if anybody else has been having this issue with their MacBook Pros, the more recent ones. I think I have a 2018 one. The fan just goes crazy and it overheats and my battery drains really quickly. And I have no idea. I think it's just an Apple thing. You would think for this price they would get their shit together and actually give us something that doesn't break immediately, but asking too much of these big companies. So this actually reminds me of a lot of what I've been seeing. I have a bag of Maca powder. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I also got this off the free table like maybe 2 years ago now. Best Buy, November of this year, so not expired yet, hooray me. And it also has this kind of like dirt-like look to it, kind of tannish, slightly off grayish. I've just been putting this in my smoothie. I also wonder if I could just put some of this herbal jelly thingy in my smoothie. Maybe not, because it's rice starch, so we might have to cook it to like actually cook it. Erin isn't here tonight. Ooh, Nez, you're the pot. Wow, my chat is lagging. Maca is great in homemade hot chocolate mix. Okay, because Erin's not here, if anybody has like any really good questions that I completely didn't see and you think I'm ignoring, but I didn't ignore, I just can't see it, feel free to just keep posting it, and feel free to be a human megaphone and just like copy and paste that one person's question that y'all want to know the answer to until I see it. Kind of like how we did with the balsamic vinegar. Hi Angie. Mushroom hot cocoa? What? Interesting. I want to ask you guys, which of you is actually running the Spleenies account on Instagram? Because y'all are getting kind of creepy. Y'all are digging up pictures of me from my college days. Are you turning into a stalker? So I am going to tear this bag. I'm going to put in my pot, and then I'm going to stream in a little bit of cold water while whisking until it's all dissolved. I will use this baby whisk. It is adorable. One of the tines fell off, so it is a slightly less able whisk, but nonetheless, it will chug. Yeah, can the owner of the account please come forth, please? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to report you. You are doing great work, though, publicizing all of my lives. Maybe a little too responsive to all of my lives. There was a live a couple of nights ago. I think it landed on like people's recommended landing page on YouTube. And we got a couple of weirdos come in, and there were a lot of random chats, and I was not crazy about that life. I would rather stay relatively, quote-unquote, unsuccessful and undiscovered on YouTube than have weirdos come into our live chat. I quite like what we have going here. Relatively intimate, but not too intimate, I hope. Anyway, can you see? Let me do this. You can see some of my bananas. You can see this pot. The pot was already wet, so there's already some water in there. The powder is like shifting. It's almost like sand in the pot. Powdery sand. I can pretend I'm on the beach. Right away, this smells like really dank mushrooms crossed with slight beach waves. It really reminds me of cognac jelly, that Japanese product that's supposedly like close to 0 calories. It smells exactly like cognac. A little bit of water going in. Whoa! I don't know if you saw that mushroom cloud. All right. We're gonna whisk. We're gonna whisk until it's all combined. Wow, this powder is wafting all up in my nose, my hair, my face. It even landed on the handle of my pot. Very messy affair, guys. And yes, the box did say a 1 to 23 ratio of powder to water, and no, I'm not measuring anything. If this completely fails, we'll do a measure next time, okay? And I'll let you know what happens. Yeah, has anyone on the chat tried making spleen? Was it as good as I said? You must shatter all of the lies and dispel them. If I say falsities, you must come forth and shine the light. Guys, this looks like ganache. It smells disgusting. Looks like ganache. Allison is asking what y'all preferred pronouns are. Where's the scale, June? Fan of Harbor, I am not scaling anything tonight. It is Sunday, my dear. I am taking a night off for my brain to be like just chillin'. My brain needs to go on vacay. That's a very confusing taste and smell. It kind of smells like car tires now. Is this safe to eat? This did come out of mainland China, which is known for a lot of food safety issues. I guess we'll see. I think I should add some sugar to this. Right now, it literally just tastes like rubber and dirt. It tastes like the streets of New York in the worst way possible. It's definitely safe, June. Are you sure? Can you vouch for everything that comes out of mainland China? Because I can't. It says authentic. Not all authentic things are good sometimes. But let's hope there is no questionable food items in here. Let me give you a caloric rundown. 2 servings per container, 167 calories per, and then there's almost no fat, and 11% sodium. Interesting, there is no sodium in the ingredients. 13% carbohydrates, that's 38 grams per serving, 2.7 grams of protein, and as far as this label tells me, no nutritional value beyond that. Interesting, with the natural sodium content. I'm intrigued. All right, this water is up to 170 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna turn, why is this one not coming on? Is it because I got it wet? Alright, I guess we're not using that burner. We'll use the back burner. I will slowly stream in this relatively boiling water, a little by little, until we have a looser consistency. Am I making Jell-O? I'm making grass jelly, this herbal jelly that I found at my local Chinese store on discount because it's expiring at the end of the month. I got 4 of these boxes for $1 and I was like, I gotta try it. I was actually just telling Erin the other day how much I wanted to try making grass jelly because I wanted to eat it so bad, and I haven't been to like a bubble tea shop or anything like that in a very long time. So when I saw this, I was like, yes, give. It is a gas thing. I usually think it's just I splash water on it and maybe like put out the pilot or something. But as long as one of the burners is working, I can be assured that I'm not going to die of carbon monoxide poisoning. How often do you clean your stove? I clean it before shoots. I clean it, I just try to wipe it as it gets dirty. I really don't have a like designated day. I just, if I see that there's a like splotch of spillage on there, I try to clean it that same day. Sometimes if I'm struggling, I'll clean it the day after, but I don't let it sit. Guys, this is weird. This is so weird. So weird, so weird, so weird. Okay. I'm pouring in all the rest of the water. And I'm just gonna whisk it. It's getting too clumpy for me. You need to cook it until it boils. I think it was too thick. How old is June? I don't know. Does it matter? Age is just a number. I'm 31. More water? I've had grass jelly from a can. I don't think I like that one very much. Maybe because it wasn't sugary enough. Ugh, guys. I don't know what I've made here. I'm not sure. Okay, so if we had actually followed the box, 2.3 kilos is 2,300 grams. A pound of water would be 454 grams. A pound of water is 2 cups. Oh my god, I fucking hate these two measuring systems. That's like 6 cups of water. Is that right? I should have added 6 cups of water. Hot water is wrong. Whoops. It'll be fine. I made a mistake. We'll just have lumpy jelly. You're right. The box did say cold water, add in gradually. Yep, and then bring to a boil. You're right, you're right. I messed up, guys. This is why, one, you should make sure you translate the instructions on the box before you start something. And 2, you should actually follow the instructions on the box. If you don't want a gloopy mess on your hands, like I have, it'll be fine. I'll find something to do with it. How much sugar should I put in here? Hi, Stephanie. Jennifer says don't eat it. Why? Why not eat it? What's the consistency like now? It's like glossy. I think this is good. I think I'm going to stop adding water, and I think I'm just gonna whisk it until it's smoother, and I think I'm gonna add in a little bit of sugar. Can I add in a little bit of sugar? Yeah, I bet my mom is dying about my posture right now, just like hunched over. My family doesn't add sugar to the grass jelly, but we top it with sweetened condensed milk when we eat. Gotcha. A 1/3 cup sugar, Stephanie says. It looks like squid ink. Yep. Ask how much sugar you feel like. You know what? More water? You look, Esty, you look like you have the flag of PRC as your icon. I feel like I need to trust you. You don't need sugar. That is a lot of grass jelly. Yup. Alright. Yeah, it kind of still smells like cognac and tires. Ugh, not a fan. Not a fan. You want me to lift the whisk? It's like gloopy, guys. Because I messed up. It's not even. It'll just be textured. Nez, are you dying at this texture right now? It looks like your soul. Alright, I think it's pretty much up to a boil. It does look like the abyss. It does just look like all the evil spirits melted and got poured out of someone's body, and just like, this is what we have now. This is going to the witches, and they're gonna do some interesting stuff with it. For good or for evil, now we have this jelly. Guys, You think it needs more water? The smell will go when it's cold. Okay, I hope so. Oh my god, that's poison in a pot. Trash it. Guys, you're funny. You see how on the edge of the bowl it's already starting to set up? So grass jelly usually is a very gentle jello. It's kind of like American jello, actually. You can break it with a spoon. But guys, I want like texture. You know what I'm saying? I want like, it smells like a car tire, and I want to bite into a car tire. So I'm not going to put more water in there right now. I'm just going to leave it as is. We're going to have car tire for breakfast tomorrow, okay? All right. Is anyone on the West Coast joining us? Is anyone in Seattle? Tomorrow I'm going on King Station in Seattle for like a 5-minute segment. So if anybody's in Seattle, I actually don't know if it's live. It might be a pre-tape, but I'll be on the King Station in Seattle sometime this week. Nez, car tire is your favorite. Why have we not just like laid down on the street and just gnawed on some choice Lamborghini tire? I'm sure we spotted a few lamps. Serenity, you are here for this chaotic energy. Yeah, I think you need some to balance out all of your serenity. Lots of sugar. I will be eating this with lots of sugar, just like a whole cup of condensed milk. Do you want to see me eat a piece of the butter mochi that I cut open this morning? I do, because I'm hungry and I ate 4 of these already earlier in the night, but I want to eat them again. I no longer remember which one this is. Nez, I gave you some. Did you try one yet? You can try one with me now. It smells so nice and buttery. It smells exactly like a diner muffin crossed with a pound cake. And it's almost kind of greasy like one too, but not as greasy as a pound cake could be. It's still very nice and moist. It breaks apart like this. Still a little bit stretchy. And it tastes more like mochi now. It's far less cakey. It's a little bit more chewy, a little bit more stick to your teeth. And the coconut, even though it was toasted last night, has gotten a little wet from the moisture that I trapped into the container. So it's got a little bit of that like back of your jaw and your ear bones kind of crunch, like fresh coconut crunch. I love it. I love it. What's not to love? Mochi is delicious in any way possible. Were the plantain chips good? You're right, Jacqueline. I am weird. I'm just like really weary, you know, sometimes of social media accounts. Also, Nez and I were talking about this today. It feels kind of weird to say that it's a June Xie support group. Like, who are we supporting? Are we supporting June, or are we supporting each other, or are we all addicts? And if so, what is our drug? It's very unclear. I just need a little more definition to feel a little bit more secure. Anyway, as it's setting, you can see that it's becoming matte on top. Whoop, 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 whoop. I have a feeling it's a bad idea to set it in this pot, but I also don't know what I should pour it into. All right, we'll try to pour some in here. I don't think I need this loaf pan this week. It's still got like residual pound cake all up in the corners because I'm a disgusting mess sometimes and I just can't get to those corners. So we're just gonna have some grass jelly with some like fine aged pound cake crumble. Wow. 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 Wow, guys, what a mess. What a mess I've made. It is so lumpy. Anyway, trash content for all of you raccoons out there. Do the jiggle dance. This is very hot. I'm going to set it down. Woo. Cool. Well, I don't know how, but it's been 40 minutes since we started this stream. Yes, it is a tar pit a dinosaur would die in. It looks scarier than it tastes. Reassures somebody, but you know, I don't know, man. Update, says Nez. I ate one June mochi and it was wonderful. So chewy and coconutty. Thank you, Nez. I'm gonna take my towel out because my hair is starting to hurt. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna set that loaf pan of literal lava, car tire lava, on the counter until it cools to relatively room temperature, and then I'll slide it into the refrigerator. If I slide that into the refrigerator right now, it's going to warm up my entire refrigerator. My refrigerator is gonna freak out, and all the food in there is gonna freak out because it's like not gonna be 38 degrees Fahrenheit anymore. Once you reach above 40 degrees Fahrenheit, that is entering a danger zone for bacteria breeding. Between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit is a place that you do not want to be in if you don't intend it to be in that range. Sous vide, for example, or yogurt making, for example, need to stay in that relative low temp range. But otherwise, not safe for food to stay in that temperature range for very long. The more you know, the less food poisoning you may get. No promises, though. Yes. All the Southeast Asian and South Asian... Actually, is grass jelly part of South Asian cuisine? I don't know. But at least Southeast Asian cuisines use grass jelly a lot. And they're always in these, like, kind of sweet, kind of milky, soupy concoctions, and I just love it. I love it. It's both cooling and indulgent at the same time. It's not as creamy or thick as an ice cream, but it still serves that purpose of like dessert without weighing you down completely. Aaron isn't here. Aaron is chilling in bed. He went to help a friend build a computer and he's very tired. So he's just having some quality me time, as we all deserve. You need a towel scrunchie. Do you have a fan P.O. box? I don't have a fan P.O. box, and I don't need a towel scrunchie. It's okay. I'll just wear my 80-pound towel until my hair falls out, and then we'll have Bald June, which is a brand new look. Keep refreshing your look so that you don't stay stagnant, okay? Once you stay stagnant, you enter the danger zone of having a stable self-image that is reluctant to change, which then brings on more miseries later on in the road, is what I've learned. Some people might call this constant change crazy. I call it being flexible and open to the universe. Nez, I know you want me to buzz cut. Why aren't you doing a buzz cut, my dear? You have hair down to your buttocks. When are you gonna lop off some of those gorgeous locks? Linda, buzz cut time. Somebody needs a YouTube live. We will all tune in to Linda's buzz cut live. Did I bleach my own hair? No. I went to a salon called Salon 87 in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. They were seeking hair models for a magazine shoot, and they did this to my hair, and it was amazing. I came out of that experience a slightly whole new person. One of your dogs can open the dang fridge. Smart dogs, they deserve all the treats. And if they want to eat themselves until they're 80 pounds, if they're small, big dogs are 80 pounds. Anyway, they deserve all the treats. And then they bring on harm to themselves, like we all have the right and choice and opportunity to. So why not dogs? Took 7 years to grow. Of course it took 7 years to grow. That's how hair grows. But are you ever gonna cut it? Because if you don't cut it at 7 years, are you gonna cut it at 8 or 9 or 10? It's just gonna become that much harder to cut it, isn't it? If you're using time as a qualifier for not cutting it now. Use an old cotton shirt, it's lighter. That could work. That's a great idea. Yeah. Growing down to the floor, good luck with that. Ugh. I would not survive the combing process of hair down to the floor. Do you wash your hair daily? I don't shampoo it daily, but I do rinse it thoroughly every day, especially if I go outside. It just feels gross. I live in New York City. It's not a, wonderful, clean, green place. It's, as they say, a concrete jungle filled with misery, sadness, and debris. So I rinse it. I probably shampoo maximum 2 days a week now. Sometimes I only shampoo once a week, especially if I'm not really going out. There's not a need for me to, and especially now that after I've had this haircut, I basically have half the amount of hair that I usually have. My hair is quite thick, but they kind of just layered it so that I don't have that much hair anymore, so I don't need shampoo that often. I do try to put in a leave-in conditioner every night or morning, because as you can see, my hair is kind of wrecked. It's just like dry. Who's eating a snack? Tell me what snack you're eating. Aaron, do you want a snack? Aaron? Aaron? Are you alive? Aaron? You want a snack? Aaron looks very tired. This is our starter. It's smelling very sharp. I think I should feed it. So if you remember, I wrote the weight of the jar on the bottom. It is 114 grams. Right now we have 15 grams of starter in there because it's at 129. 129 minus 114 is 15 grams. So I'm going to add in 30 grams of flour and 30 grams of water, and we'll see how it looks tomorrow. I like to put the water first. That way, if I pour in too much, I can like pour it out before it contacts the flour again. $30. Okay, it turned out to be like 26, 27 grams because for some reason after I walked away, the water jumped from 30 to 27. So I have no idea if there's 27 or 30 grams of water in here. My scale is messing with me. It's Sunday. We're just gonna mix it until everything's combined. This is actually quite dangerous right now because as you can see, a starter should expand up to 3 times its volume, and we are past the halfway mark in the jar. So there is a very likely chance that I'll come into the kitchen tomorrow and there will be like starter exploded everywhere. Living on the edge. We love excitement. Guys, if 170 grams is 2/3 cup, how many grams in 1 cup? 255 grams? Hit the like button or don't hit the like button. I truly don't care. I really don't care. If you're having fun joining this live, that's it. That's the only thing that I would care about. I don't even care about that. If you happened upon this live and you don't even know who I am and you're just like, what the fuck is she going on about? Hi, my name is June. I guess a lot of people know me from budget eats videos that I do for Delish, which is another YouTube channel on YouTube. And we're just here to watch me yap away the night because we're all sad and lonely in the middle of a pandemic that should have ended months ago, but still hasn't. And we're all dealing with a lot of mental strain. And so we're just here to chat and hang out. And we're watching me mix this very doomed starter. That's it. You're caught up. Hi, welcome. You can now leave if you don't want to stay. And you can stay if you have nothing better to do, or if you too are lonely. It's okay. What is Claire's questions? Can somebody repost it? Oh God, brain leak does sound very serious. Are you sure it's not as serious as it sounds? Jesus, they should give it a not so serious name if it's not that serious. I hope that goes well for you. Sounds scary. Yikes. Do I like crunchy or creamy peanut butter? Girl, I like both. Duh. Creamy more for baking. I used to be a creamy through and through girl, but then I met Aaron and Aaron was like only crunchy, and then I was like, crunchy is fantastic in a PB&J. But if I'm eating it with a banana, I tend to prefer creamy because I like just that mush texture. No interference from nuggets of peanuts. But I like both. I like both. I think creamy is more versatile though. Hi Roberto. Welcome to our Chanel. We are delighted to see you. If you're very confused, I'm sorry. Going through a breakup, that is rough. Going through a breakup, you never know if you did something wrong or if the other person was at fault, or maybe it's probably just a mismatch of personality and both of you had something wrong. And tend to take it really hard on yourself. But you know what? You still gotta live with yourself, so try to take it easy. I know it's easier said than done, but try to take it easier on yourself. I'm not sure why I'm still mixing the starter. I think I'm just looking for something to do. That is what the starter looks like now, quite pasty. We're very dangerous. This is well over 60% capacity in the jar. Normally I want a jar to have 4 times the amount of the starter space after feeding for it to expand. Very dangeroso. Paris, Australia. June, can you do something with the banana? What, like now? You want me to eat a banana on camera with peanut butter? We'll save that for another show. What's the difference between preserves and jelly? Preserves have more chunks of fruit in it. Jelly tends to be just like fruit juice set with pectin or some other thickener. Hola, Angie. I'm okay. How are you? Can you change the jar? Yeah, I can change the jar, but I'm only making bad decisions right now in my personal life. Just to see what I can get away with and to have a reason to feel angry at myself rather than just feeling angry at myself for no visible reason, you know? It's nice to be like, yeah, you fucked up. That's why you feel bad about yourself. Bye, Nez. Thank you for hanging out today. Have a good Monday tomorrow. Guys, I'm going to taste this jelly that's now set. Oh boy. You know what I think I might do on tomorrow's live is I still have that cut up butternut squash that we worked on last week. I think I might I probably won't roast them, but I'll cook them somehow and I'll pour them into milk and then I'll put some of this herb jelly on and then I'll go in with some condensed milk. The only way to eat anything is with condensed milk. It looks like reconstituted spleen. I did not buy the dress from my IG story. I don't know if you guys can hear my computer huffing. That cooling fan is going crazy and I literally only have 3 tabs open on it. I don't know what's going on, guys. I hate Macs so much. They cost so much and they're like so fragile for no reason. And we're all fools. We're all fools, aren't we? Guys, this isn't the way to eat grass jelly, just so you know. If anybody's tuning in and they're like, that's disgusting, I would never eat that. Yeah, it is disgusting because I didn't make it the right way. Don't let me lead you astray. Don't let me prevent you from trying grass jelly. If you have a chance to try it, I highly recommend it. It's really, really nice and cooling in the summer. It's really delicious. Just follow the instructions if you make it yourself. I wish you could feel the weight of this, just like... Here's my scrap of herb jelly. We're gonna make a tiny serving. A little bit of milk. I am lactose intolerant, but somehow whole milk doesn't mess me up the way that skim milk does. If I ever drink half a glass of skim milk, I am out for the entire night. Pure bloating, pure pain, pure suffering. I never touch skim milk. I don't touch reduced fat milk either. Only whole milk, preferably straight from the farm. This one apparently is from California farms. Do we believe them? I don't know if I believe them. Anyway, condensed milk because it makes everything better. That's probably a lot of sugar, huh? Ooh, I'm gonna be high. Swish it around, take a ride in the milk swimming pool. Glass also doesn't chime. No. Only those metal bowls, guys. If you want to do meditation on your own, you gotta buy those metal bowls. Pots don't work. Glass doesn't work. Good luck using mystery broth. Alright, are we ready for this taste test? I love it. I love it. With the condensed milk and the rich whole milk, you don't really taste the car rubber anymore. You just get that delightfully slithery jello texture. I put too much condensed milk in here. I'm gonna plop in a little bit of our barely set. Guys, that is so delicious. The milkiness comes through against that slight plasticky vibe of this jelly. Wow. Wow. I could honestly eat this 5 meals a day, no problem. The other 2 meals would be banana and peanut butter. And maybe carrots tossed with miso, just for a little vegetable, but oh my god. I messed it up, but it's still delicious. Are you grossed out yet? Does it look like boogers? The most delicious boogers you'll ever eat. Yeah, grass jelly is an herbal thing. Look it up in my description box. I linked to the Wikipedia page. Wikipedia is awesome. It's like taught me 80% of everything that I know about the world. Screw school. Just go on Wikipedia. Learn things that you care about. And as I let the herbal jelly sit, it's slowly coloring the milk. The milk is starting to look like really luxurious cafe au lait. Not sure if you can see it in my poor lighting, but it's getting really nice and sexy in this spoon right here. Yeah, it kind of does look like coffee jelly and milk. And Eliza, it's not your low-res screen, it's my low-res video capture. It's not you, it's me. It kind of tastes a little bit like coffee too, because it has a little bit of that bitter herbaliness. But guys, it kind of still does taste a little bit like hard iron now that I add more to it. So maybe the trick is to add a shit ton of sweetened condensed milk and or sugar and a lot of really rich milk. I've never had basil creme brulee. That sounds amazing. All right. We are at an hour, guys. We saw me fail to read Chinese. We saw our comrades in the chats pull in with human translations. We saw us helping each other. We saw us communicating successfully. We saw huge amounts of recommendation and support pouring in. All in all, I think this has been a successful night of community gathering and being social with each other and staying safe and sane and relatively healthy. And I hope you have a happy Monday. I give thanks to all the cows that produce the delicious milk that I use to help me make this rubber tire edible. And I am thankful for whoever did the art on this box. It's delightful. And I'm thankful for these dollar bananas. And I'm thankful that I have a home to live in and I have delicious food to experiment with. And I'm thankful for all of you for accepting each other and me, and accepting all the shitty things in life and not letting them completely wear you down. Sometimes it's okay to be worn down. But if you're gonna live, you're gonna have to get back up again. So hopefully you'll get some grass jelly, you'll get some car tire in your system, and you'll be ready to get back up again. Deep breath in. We're gonna breathe in all the residue. We're gonna breathe in all the things that are clinging to us. We're gonna breathe in all the things that we nag ourselves about, that we can't forgive ourselves about. We're gonna breathe in all of our guilt. We're gonna breathe in all of our responsibilities that are hoisted upon us externally and internally, because those are the ones that hurt us the most. And we're just gonna chill with the weight of those things for a minute. And we're gonna hold them, because no matter how far we try to run from them, they always seem to be right there holding us down. And we're just going to accept them. We're going to accept that they're the fabric of our reality. We're going to accept that they make us sad, and that we're depressed sometimes, and that we feel broken sometimes. And we're going to allow that to be our neighbor. And that's it. So we're gonna breathe that in. We're gonna get cozy with all the bad feelings. And we're gonna try to let some of that weight go when we breathe out. Maybe it won't be all of it, but I hope some of it will get dispersed. Thank you guys. Sleep well. Have a great day.